Meow. Ah, 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 ah. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Um, this was actually not YouTube's fault. It actually wasn't a conspiracy. It was my own fault. I think I don't understand things well enough. As far as I could tell, my server stopped. And I don't know how or why, but it did. But it seems that restarting it fixed my issues. Also, it seems that I'm unlisted right now, so I should probably change this to public. No, no. Ah, ah, ah. Oh, that was awkward. I was talking to myself. Um, Man, this is such a mess today. That's okay though. It happens every now and then, I guess. Every now and then, we have a little bit of a mess. I close this terminal. Okay, it's 3 minutes in. Hi everybody. I'm Mrs. Moonson. What was the issue? My Nginx server was down, so I had to restart it. I didn't know. That was my fault. It wasn't YouTube. I'm sorry for blaming big tech again. I just don't like them. um, but yeah. Um, this is awkward. I should have written down a script, I think. But okay, I'll do it at 4 minutes. Give me a couple of seconds. Hi everybody. This is Mrs. Moonson here. Today I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be streaming practicing Python using materials from the University of Waterloo. I'm going to be taking notes and doing exercises. Why Python? Because there's a lot of materials available for it. Why not C or C++ or some other thing? Because there's a lot of materials available for Python. So I'm starting with that. I use Vim as my editor. I will not be using any other editor for now. Why not NeoVim? Because I use Vim. Why not VS Code? Because I like Vim. What else? What are the other common questions? Am I a girl? Yes. Can you be a VTuber too? Like if you, I don't know, I keep getting comments about people wanting to be a cat girl. You could be a cat girl too. You just gotta go look up some tutorials on that online. What else? What else do I get every day? What about Rust? I am only gonna be learning Python for now. Okay. I think that's about it. I think that explains about everything. So now, if anyone comes to this chat and asks me these questions, I'm gonna send them back to the beginning of the stream, and they have to go listen. Yeah, I do have a fact section already inside my thingy, but yeah, I could make it a video or something. That could be an idea, but Jesus. Yeah, I know, JJ. My point though is, I don't know. Actually, does YouTube let you go back in the stream while it's active? It does, right? I know Kick does, right? If you miss something, you can go back, right? Um, it does. Okay. So, I will, yeah, if someone asks those inane questions, I will just send them not to the gulags, but I'll send them back to the beginning of the stream to find out the answer. That'll be their homework assignment. Okay, let's see. I also, yeah, meow. Depends on settings. Okay, got it. We'll do Python. Do we open another run? Today I think we're doing 07. C. Oh, but before that, I actually want to show you guys something. So, yesterday I was really kind of unhappy with the program that I wrote. The the like for the wait, what was it for? Um oh, for the leap year. So, after stream was over, I went and I looked up ways to like get rid of nesting, or ways to like undo nesting. And I came across a couple of things. First, I was reading about match case. I think first I got here. Sorry, let me explain better. So, where was it? I don't have the before, but this is the code that I ended up changing. So I had it so that if the year was divisible by 4, then we checked if the year was divisible by 100, and then we checked if the year was divisible by 400, and it was just like a lot of lines, and it was like very messy. So I tried to, yeah, I looked up on Stack Overflow about reducing nesting, and I saw something here saying that reducing maximum nesting level. Wait. Something. I actually don't remember what this says. Let me read it. So this person put some code in, and I guess they used some sort of, I don't know, testing tool that gave them a warning telling them, don't do it this way, do it this other way. So instead of doing if some condition, do if not that condition, return. And yeah, I don't know. I was reading this and I forget where I saw it now. I don't remember. Someone said something about match. And then I remembered reading about match case, so I went back to the book. And I tried to write it with this, but I don't think match case really works. Like I don't understand how it works actually. I think with match case, you don't really have a conditional, you have like a literal case, right? So I wasn't about to list every single year that is a leap year or not a leap year. It's a linter. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, but while I was, I don't really nice. And basic programming commands, assigning values, printing, and a way to control which statements are executed using the if statement. In this lesson, we introduce loops, sometimes called repetition or iteration, a way to make a computer do the same thing or similar things over and over. So we could say like what is a loop used for? Or what is a loop? Meow 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 meow. Um. We could say we could call it hmm a chunk of code that performs it performs a task repeatedly. You know, it's kind of okay. Oh, you're learning the basics? Yes. The basics. Let's see. Let's start with, for example, spell checking every word in a document would be done with a loop. We will describe the two kinds of Python loops in this lesson: while loops and for loops. While loops. A while statement repeats a section of code over and over again as long as some condition is true. Oh, we could do that. A statement is true. Maybe this much. Okay. Greater than 0. Like, just keep doing, or now it's streep. Consistency of the statements which we want to be repeated over and over. This is called a body. When you run the program, the following is repeated. The condition is tested. If the condition is true, the body is executed. Afterwards, we repeat from the top. Once the condition is evaluated to false, the loop stops. So, in the example above, we keep repeating the loop body until time left is not greater than 0. Okay, so we're going to do our own now. This one is, oops. We're gonna say, what did we call this again? What is the expected output for the following code snippets? I think that's grammatically incorrect. I should fix that. Okay. Count up. Modify the example above to give a program where we count up starting from 1, going up till 10, and then print blast off. I already have a headache, but I think it should be fine. Okay. So, while set. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Um, start from 1. While count is up until 10. Going from 1. Starting from 1 and going up until 10. Does that mean including 10? Or is it not including 10? Starting from 1 going up until. That's like stopping at 10, right? Well, count is less than 10. Print count. And then count. Right? And then print blast off. Something like this. You're not misremembering Mashi Mashi. I actually decided to change the format, because when I had it as titles, it was like bold, but I thought it was like too visually cluttered. So I decided to just make it like plain text, because it's big enough to stand out from the code, but it's not like, yeah, it's just a style change I made a while ago. Meow meow, meowing a random cat. Hi J.A. Should I put a thing in here? Hi Dan, how are you? Hi Marcel. The other stream I had technical issues. That's what happened. I had technical issues. I don't know if this is including 10. Let's see. Okay, it's wrong. Okay, they do want 10. Going up until 10. That sounds, that sounds not that great. While count is less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. Meow, meow, meow. There we go. Easy. Okay, and then we should expect the out. We already know the output actually, but we'll just write it again. I'm gonna just write it horizontally though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Blast off. Circulate this. Meow meow meow. Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Uh-oh. Did you lose me? Uh-oh. Did you lose me? Thank you. I don't really need help, but I don't need backseating. I don't get a thing here. That's okay. Commanding Morrison, how are you? No help, no backseating. Okay, okay. Capiche? You understand? With loops, it's easy to write a program that runs forever in a loop. While true, x equals 1. Wow, you get an error. Time limit exceeded, because the CS Circles web server enforces a time limit. After 1 second, the program is terminated. If you ran the program at home, it would run forever. So we could verify that, right? With Python. While, is it while true? Yeah, while true. X equals 1. Actually, I can't do it in here. Sorry. Let me out. Let's do it in here. And then it doesn't do anything. It just does this. But we could do we could do like print x or something. And then this is moving. It doesn't look like it does, but it is moving. And then we could do, let's see. We could move this here, I guess. And then X. We could increment X. There's another infinite loop. Oh my god, watch it go! Oh my god, I'm gonna crash my computer. Is it gonna crash? Is it gonna crash? Oh wow. Oh, look how fast it counts. Wow, it's probably not even that fast, but it's kind of fast. Oh, look at it go. Oh, imagine. Oh my god, wait, how many digits is that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Guys, I think we're only in the millions. We're not even rich. We're not even as rich as the billionaires yet. Look at how much money that is. If you're getting like $1 every time there's a line, you still wouldn't be as rich as Elon Musk. Not even close. I'm pretty sure that's. Wait, let's stop it. Wait. Yeah, it's only 50 million. It's so slow. Yeah, Python is probably slow. It's just burning a core and making heat. Man, doing this. No, you're good, you're good, you're good. Okay, yeah. And have a good day at work as well. There's no pressure to be at streams. It's okay to miss. It's okay to not come. It's okay to. It's okay to not visit if you don't. If you're busy and stuff, or if you just don't want to. You're free. You're free. You're free. Okay. For loops. There is another kind of loop in Python called a for loop. In many situations, either kind can be used, but one is simpler than the other. It's useful to know how to use both. A for loop is built in order to easily loop through a range of numbers. I don't know if we're just say put it in here. We'll say something like when is a for loop preferable over a while loop? And we could say something like either works fine, but or we could say something like iterating over some items over elements, but either loop is fine. I think that establishes what I'm trying to say. They could be used interchangeably, essentially, but sometimes it's easier to write a for loop if you're trying to iterate over something. That's what I mean to say. Okay, let's see. So we have this one with a range for counter in range 10 to 15. So starting 10, ending before 15. Print counter is counter. So we should get something like, okay, it's 10, counter is 10, 11, counter is 11, 12, counter is 12, 13, and then 14, and then it's done. Okay. The general structure of a numerical for loop is for variable name, in range, start value, tail value, indented block of commands called the loop body. As usual, the body block can be multiple lines long as all of those lines are indented by the same amount. First, the loop body is executed with variable name set to start value. Then it repeats with variable name set to start value plus 1 and again start value plus 2, etc. This continues until variable name has a value tail value minus 1, and afterwards the loop stops. That's what we said already. The loop ends with tail value minus 1, not tail value. So 3 is not printed, you just get 1 and 2. Here is, I guess we could put this one in there. Yeah, we could put this one in there. It's really simple, but it's good to have more examples, I guess, rather than fewer examples. It'll say for I in range 1 to 5. Print I. I will call this. What do we call this? Tail value. Something. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Easy. Very good. Easy. Very good. Now we have another one. This code prints 5 by 5 square of ones. When we multiply a number x by 10 and add 1, we're essentially putting an extra 1 digit at the end of x. Let me think about that again. When we multiply a number x by 10 and then add 1, we're putting an extra 1 digit at the end of x. So 1,867 times 10 plus 1 is 18,671. Okay. For I. So square of ones, whatever that means. I in range 0 to 5. X is 0 for J in range 0 to 5. X is x times 10 plus 1. And then print x. So what do we expect to see from this? For I in range 0 to 5, do this. So for 0, x equals 0. For I is 0. Oh, my brain hurts already. So when I is 0, x is 0, J is 0, x equals 0 times 10 plus 1, print x. My brain hurts. So that meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. So we print a 1. Then I think we have to do this loop first. So we print x for j is 0. Then we print x for j is 1. And then we print X for J is 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, I'm doing this math wrong. Let me think about this again. Let's think about this slowly, kitty cat. Let's go slowly. X is 0 plus 1. So now X is 1. First we printed 1. Then for J is 1, X is equal to 1 to the 1 times 10, which is 10, plus 1, which is 11. Then for J is 2, right? We have 0, 1, 2. X is 11, so 11 times 10 is 110 plus 1 is 111. I will see a pattern here. And so that was 0, 1, 2, and then for 3, it'll be 1, 1, 1, 0 plus 1, which is 1, 1, 1, 1. And then for 4, it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm confused about how loops work, about how nested loops work. Then, I'm pretty sure that all of that was just for I in range 0 to 5. For J in range 0 to 5. But we're not done. We have to go back and do I for 1. That was I for 0. This is I for 1. So X is reset to 0 again, and we do the same thing. So then we get that for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is probably what it looks like. Maybe. I don't really know. Okay, I was really, really, really wrong. So, let's see. I guess it doesn't exit the loop until for J in range, it doesn't exit the loop until it does all 5. That was my bad. Man, oh man. It's okay. It's okay to get it wrong sometimes. This is why I'm still learning. It's okay. It's okay, little kitty. Don't be sad. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. I do find it a little bit difficult also. I could see in my periphery chat is going crazy. Not crazy, but there's like a lot of text. But I hate reading chat when I'm trying to think because people like to spoil things for me. They like to try to correct me. Hi Jeremiah, hi Yuval. Hi Sleeperoni. I'm not gonna read anything that's long because I don't want to be spoiled. I'm learning on my own. I should probably write that in the chat, huh? And pin it. Practice learning and practicing Python. Please no backseating. I will ask for help if I want and need it. Have a good day. Yeah. I feel like no matter how much I say that, there's some people just can't help themselves. It takes rigid discipline to not read chat, can confirm. Yeah. I kind of want to look at this in the visualizer too, though. So, we have I0 in the global frame. X 0, x equals 0. Then j is 0. Then x is going to change to 1. But we're still in the loop. So then for j is 1, x is 11. For j is 2, x is 111. For j is 3, x is 1111. And for j is 4, x is 11,111. Now that's the end of the loop because it's up to 5, so it'll print now. Then we have to bump I up 1 and do the same thing. So it does the same thing again. Now print again. And then for I is 2. And then for I is 3. For 4. And then it's over at 4. Okay. It's okay, kitty. It's fine, kitty. Now, coding exercise. Meow, meow, meow. One triangle. Triangle. Modify the previous program in 2 ways. First, instead of a square, make it draw a triangle shape like this. Second, instead of always having 5 lines, it should take the desired size as input. For example, if the input is 3, the output should be print 3, print 2, and print 1. Now we have a hint. And then they started this for us. They want us to use n, so we'll do that. We could use this, fine. N equals int input. For I in range, for I in range 0 to n, we could just use x again. X equals 0, right? Is it to n though? If we want 5 lines, yeah, I think it is n. Let me think again. So this was range 0 to 5 for 5 lines. Okay. Now, for j in range 0 to n, it's a little bit different. Instead of a square, make it a triangle. So we want to do, we kind of want to go backwards. I don't know how to do this. This is going to take me a little while. Is that okay? I think it's okay. Actually, okay. Oh, wait. No. Don't do that. Let's just close this one. And then we open Scratch. Okay. Gonna work in here for now. So before we made the number bigger and bigger and bigger and then printed Let's see. I think we do the same thing, but is it the same? Maybe it's not the same. Oh, maybe we change something. Let me think. If we keep it the same, right? We do x times 10 plus 1. Print x. If we do that, we get 1, 1, 1. But then we don't want 1, 1, 1 for the next line. So how do we how do I change this? I'm not really asking chat, I'm just talking to myself. I'm actually going to hide the chat because I feel like you guys are talking too much. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I do struggle with this. For 1, what if we add another value? What if we add another value and we call it like M? We do something like, this is for M. The first time we go through, then we decrement this by 1. What would that do? So if we were starting with 3, for I in range 0 to 3, x is 0. For j in range 0 to 3, x is 0 times 10 plus 1, so x is 1. Then 1 times 10 plus 1 is 11. Then 2. So that's, sorry, I think I did that wrong. And then that's 11 times 10. So it's 110 plus 1 is 111. Print x, so that would be 111. Make m 2 instead of 3. For I in range 0 to n, x is 0. For j in range, so that was I in range 0 to n, but now we're doing 0 to 3, so that's 1. We did 0 already, now we're doing 1. x is still 0, or x is 0 again, and then for j in range, 0 to 2. So then, um, 0 times 10 is 0 plus 1 is 1. And then for 1, 1 times 10 is 10 plus 1 is 11. And the range 0 to 2 stops at 1, so we print 11. I think this works, actually. Let's test it. Can I do it like this? Or do I have to do it like this? No right since last change. Oh, I forgot to put an input, sorry. 3. Okay, let's try a bigger number. 10. Yeah, I think that works. Yay! I think that works. So go. We'll just copy this whole thing and try it. Let's see. Okay, it does work. And let's see what their hint was. You will need to adjust the range of the inner loop to depend on I. Be careful to remember that the range x, y only goes up until y minus 1. So we could have done... Oh, I see. I guess we could have done that. Okay, I'll try rewriting it with that too. So let's see. Put this in here. Then we do another one. Oops. But instead of M, how do we make it depend on I? So I starts off as 0, and I will end at 3. Um, 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 goes 0, 1, 2. We need we need 0, 2. My brain hurts. Hmm. Hmm. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. In terms of, I don't understand. Adjust the range of the inner loop to depend on I. Let's see. If I is 0, oh, is it n minus I? Is it n minus I? Right? Sorry, I was trying to think of plus, and then it wasn't working in my brain. Not 1, minus I. So, first I is 0, so n minus I is, I think that should work. N minus I is the same. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. I think that should work. Let's try it. We'll do 9. Yeah, that works too. Okay, I like it. I like it. I think theirs is like better because it's less, there's less variables. It's a little bit more elegant maybe. Oh, can I? Oh, oops. My tummy hurts. Meow. What the heck? What the heck? Okay. Yeah. I think I'm gonna put a space there though. I don't really like. Man, I know. So I know there's like a thing, right? In the pep 8, pep whatever. I just feel like this looks so ugly to me. Put it like this. Okay. Then we could say for oops, for an input of, I don't know, 5, no, 4. Let's just do 4. That's easier. So we get something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, like that. But in a pyramid, okay? It's in a pyramid. Tummy hurts. Meow, meow, meow. The break and continue statements. The bane of my existence. You guys think I'm bad at loops. I'm really bad with break and the other one. But before I do anything further, speaking of break, I do need to take a little break. I think, yeah, tummy hurts too much. Can someone explain why we're using a nested loop for this? I was taught this without nested loop, so I'm a bit confused. It was just an exercise. What do you mean? It's just an exercise. The reason why we're using a nested loop is because the exercise is practicing using this example. So it's not saying that it can't be done yeah. It's not saying anything about that, like, oh, this is the right way to do it. I think it's just an example. Okay, I'll be back. I could take a little break. I'm in the void. I'll be back at... it won't take that long. Maybe like 15 minutes? Maybe less. Where? Wow. Never mind. I don't take a long break. I take a short break. I power through so I can end the stream in an hour and go do other things. Okay. I did see some more talk. I just want to remind people that there's really no need to tell me what I should do or shouldn't do or whatever. I'm just gonna do what I came to do. I understand that one of the beauties of programming is that there's a lot of ways to do the same thing. And also, the way I solve something, I'm not telling anyone they have to do it that way. I thought that was pretty clear, but maybe it's not so clear. I'm also not teaching. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just trying. Nanny Poison, how are you? Yeah, you were deceived. Sorry, I came back too soon. Thank you. Thank you, Marianne. Yeah. Break statement is like an emergency escape for a while or for a loop. Break causes an immediate jump to the commands after the end of the loop body. Here's an example using break. It reads all lines of input until it finds one that says end. Counter equals 0. While true, line in is input. If line in is end, is equal to end, break. counter equals counter plus 1, print line, counter equals line in. So, what do we think this will output? Counter equal, call this break statement. It would do counter equals 0 while true. Line in is input. If line in is end, break counter equals counter print line counter something like this. And this whole thing would depend on whatever we're putting in there. I'm pretty sure. Ah, unterminated. Oops, my bad. Okay, we put meow, 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 meow. My tummy, it hurts. It hurts so much. Meow. And like this. Like this. Wow, 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 wow. And then we just put something like how about yeah? Meow, 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 meow. What do we got? What do I got? We only get 2 lines. Okay. Then we can test this, run the program, see what they did. Roses are red, violets are blue. I like break statements and continue. And this line's not red, this line's not blue. So you get, oh, I forgot. Actually, I'm wrong. I forgot the line part. I thought we were just printing the line and we're actually printing line and then the number. So the number was 1. Lim lim lim. Lim 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 lim. Lim 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 lim. Lam. if if line in is end, then exit the loop. Otherwise, increase the counter, and then print the line of the counter and the line, and yeah, something like this. Rose is a red, violet, blue. I like brick tea, tea. Okay. The continue statement makes you skip the rest of a loop, then repeat the body from the next round, usually called the next iteration. Meow, meow, meow. For n in range 10, 16. F and 13. Bad luck. Continue. And then print and so we should get 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Actually, we don't have to try it in here because they have it here. Let's just run it. 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, yeah. Meow, meow, meow. I know that it's like new lines. I just don't really feel like writing them on new lines. Although theoretically I should try write them on new lines. I don't feel like it. I do want to. Okay. Here's a visualized example that combines break and continue. Then you predict what it will output. Okay, let's do this one. Let's see. Call it break and continue. Then for I in range 1 to 16, if I is 4, continue. If I is 9, break, print I, print, done. So what I suspect we will get is starting from 1 up to 15. Is 1 4? No. Is 1 9? No. We're going to print 1. And then we're going to print 2. And then 3. For 4, we continue. So we skip to 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. But then if I is 9, we exit the loop and print done. I think that is what the output will be. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Very good, very good. We did it. Oops. Oops, oops. Okay. Square sentences. You guys arguing about anime? Hi, Billy. Not smart. Wow, wow, wow. The square numbers are the integers of the form k times k. For example, 9 is a square number since 3 times 3 is 9. Write a program that reads an integer n from input and outputs all positive square numbers less than n. 1 per line in increasing order. For example, if the input is 16, then the correct output would be 149. Okay, and we have this input. I'll do the same thing over here. Oops. 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 Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Square census. I'm gonna do it in the other window. We delete everything. And equals an int of an input. Write a program that reads an integer n and outputs all positive numbers, positive square numbers less than n. So, how do I want to do this? We need a way so starting from 1 up. So we're gonna use range. I'm gonna write this in English first. Iterate from or just call count up from 1 to n. Check if number is a square number. If it is, print the number. If it is not, skip to the next number. If it is n, all positive square numbers less than n. Do I want to break? If it's not, if it is, and break. Just do that. So for I range, starting from 1 to n. For n is some number. Let's start with, let's use the same example that they used to see if I could solve it that way. And then afterwards, let's do this. Oh, actually we don't even need to break then though, because it'll stop at 15. So we want to see if the number is a square number. The way to do that would be my problem. 1 second. What do we get if we take the square root of 1. We do get a float. And if we get the square root of 2, what do we get? Hmm. 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 Um, 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 um. We could do. Hmm. I'm thinking of a list. Hmm. My brain is a little bit stuck. The check of a number is a square number. Write a program that reads integer n. Positive square number less than n. Um, um, um. Hmm. Like, I can think of a gimmicky way to do this, but I feel like there must be a better way to do this. Oh no, what do I do? I can only think of I can only think of a gimmicky way to do this. I shouldn't do it that way. Mm. Meow, 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 meow. Hmm. I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna think of I have two ideas for how I could do this. Let's see. What if we did something like Let's use I in range 1 to n if I squared is less than n. How do you add to a listica? Is it squares plus equals I? Would it be? No, but we don't want to add I. We want to add I squared. Right? So, starting from 1, if 1 squared is less than 16, then add 1 squared to squares. And then that's just 1. So then 2 squared is 4. And then 3 squared is 9. And then 4 squared is 16. But since 16 is not less than n, this is really bad. I mean, but it works, but it's not good. It's definitely not good. And then it did not work. Let's just try it. This is a stupid solution, but let's try it. And for 16, we get 149. I mean, it works. It's not great. It's not. I'm not proud of this, but it does work. I think. I'll try rewriting it. I can't think of anything else at the moment, though. The brain, is empty. Another way. Actually, let's see what the hint is. Use while counter times counter less than n to build a while loop. The body of the loop should print out the value of counter times counter and increase counter. I mean, that's kind of what I did, but not with a while loop. Okay, let's try it with a while loop, I guess. Oops, 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 oops. While we need a counter. I think I should move this. Um, actually, we don't want 0. We'll counter. Let's call it count. It kind of looks like a bad word. It's okay though. It's not. It's not. It's not a bad word. Well, count times 2 is less than n. Print count count squared is less than n. Print count squared, and then uh, increment count by 1. Right? That does the same thing. It's quite a bit shorter. It's more straightforward. Let's see. So we take away this one. 7 lines. And we get it down to 5. It does the same thing. Yeah. Well. This is so hard. Most important thing is it works. You can refactor it later to make it pretty. Yeah. Why is there an error, DPS? A single loop is a nice benefit of this solution. Thank you, Zergoon. Lists were not explained yet, so this is cheating. I could, but sometimes like I have to start getting my brain cells working. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at it. I don't have like, I'm sorry to complain. I don't really have a working sense of, in this scenario, I should use this solution yet. I don't have, it's like not innate, if that makes sense. I'm really uncomfortable with while loops specifically too. I don't know why. Like for loops to me make sense. While loops to me seem mysterious. um, they shouldn't, so I gotta work on that. 149. Okay, I'll do another one. This time it's uh, it comes with experience. The only way to have that, do all of this for decades. Yeah, that's true. I have to keep reminding myself, like, it's been like, it's only been, I don't know, it's been a couple months maybe. Overthinking plays tricks. Yeah, I keep practicing. I keep practicing every day. Running headfirst into the issues, the solutions address. I mean, technically, I did all these problems before, so that also bothers me. Because it's like, is my short term memory that bad? Yes, I guess it is. I think that this digital era makes it. Is that a cope? That might be a cope. It's not the digital era, it's like my addiction to consuming content. I realized at some point, like this morning, I think to myself, my brain can probably only fit so many things, right? If I keep consuming, like, like there's bad articles about ICE and the government and Flock and big tech or whatever, I'm actually using up space in my brain. So I should probably try to not do that so much. Yeah, like low attention or low memory. Let's do more. Skipping. Extend the looping through all lines of input example above. We've copied it for you. By adding a new feature, any line equal to skip should not be printed and should not cause the counter to be increased. Run the program to see an example. Wait, I'm a little bit confused. Extend the looping through all lines of input. So let's just walk through it first. Counter is 1 or 0. Counter is 0. While true, line in is the input. If it says end, break, increase the counter by 1, and print line counter equals line in. Okay, so they do want me to do something here. They want me to add skip. Okay. If line in equals skip, continue. One thing I don't like about this site is how they're inconsistent with their indentation. Sometimes they use 2, sometimes they use 3. Most of the time I'm confused. So we have fish, dog, skip, cat, and bear. The line 1 is fish, line 2 is dog, and then line 3 is cat. And it's over. Okay, it works. And let me write this down, I guess. Counter is 0, while true. Line in is input. If line in, I would kind of do it the other way personally. I would do skip first. If line in is skip, continue. If it doesn't really matter though. If line in is end, or should I do it the other way? Does it have like a priority? Is breaking higher priority? Maybe I do it the other way. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Put it here. And then otherwise increase the counter by 1 and then print line counter equals line in. This is how I would write it personally. And then let's see. So for the example of I don't know, say like meow, skip, meow, and pussycat, line 1 equals meow, and line 2 equals meow. I think that's how that works, right? Meow. Oh, okay, I have an error. That's right here. Meow. Did I not save it? Meow. Line in is not defined. Did I mean line in? I did it again. That's so crazy. Meow. Skip. Yeah. And that's the program. Whatever. But it's a good, I like this. This is a good lesson. Right? Like, you have to check your work. Don't be like me. Just check your work. save that. It looks fine. Then we go. We'll delete this. We go to the bottom. And we go to the next example. Let's see. Okay, the last one for 7C is finding factors. If a times b is n, we call ab a factorization of n. In this exercise, write a program that takes a positive integer n from input and then outputs all factorizations of n. You should follow the formatting given by the following example for n equals 10. So, 1 times 10 equals 10, 2 times 5 equals 10, 5 times 2 equals 10, and 10 times 1 equals 10. Shit. God, shit. So to take, I could do it in the other window. Oops. Why do I keep pressing that by accident? Finding factors. I keep pressing that by accident. Okay, let's see. N is an input. Outputs all factorizations of n. So we need to try. We need like, so A and B. Do they want us to use a while loop again? With a counter? But do we need one counter or do we need 2 counters? We could do 2 for loops. Right? No. I don't want to do nested loops if I don't have to. I mean, but that could work. For I in range 1 to n plus 1. Right? So this is for 10. If I times j is equal to n, print I times j equals n. So it'll go from 1 on the outer loop and 1 in the inner loop. So if 1 times 1 is n, print it. If 1 times 2 is n, print it. If 1 times 3 is n, print it. I don't know, this might be not the best way to do this, but I think it might work. Let's try it. Let's do it for 10 and see. Yeah, we get it. 1 times 10 equals 10. 2 times 5 equals 10. 5 times 2 equals 10. And 10 times 1 equals 10. That actually works. Now, I will take a look at their hint and then try rewriting it, but let's just double check. Meow, meow, meow. Okay, we do get a success. It works. It works. Now let's see what they had in mind. The most straightforward approach is to use an if statement nested inside a for loop, nested inside another for loop. Oh, that's what I did. Remember, equals tests whether two numbers are equal. An alternative approach that involves less work for the computer is to use a single loop with mod. Oh, okay. Let's try that way too. Let's see. Let's see if my brain can brain. How would I use floor division or modulo? Or maybe floor division. For I in range, a single loop. Do I want to do a range? Let me think about this. If we're gonna do, we could do modulo and say, how would I do this? 10 divided by, if 10 modulo some number is 0, right? Hmm. If 10 divided by I has no remainder, then we want to print I times 10 divided by I equals 10. Okay, but we do get float, so can we use? Would that still give it a float? Could do there. I think the reason. Actually, I don't remember. I don't remember. Wait. I think integer division gives you an integer, or floor division gives you an integer value if you're not dividing anything by a float, and if, yeah, I think that's, is that how that works? Let me think about this. 10. This is 10. 10. What about if it's like 3? Okay. But if I did 10 floor division by 2.0, then it would give me a float. I think that's why that works. Let's try it. Yeah, this one. Okay, it doesn't work. Input 8. Oh, I put 10 instead of n. My bad. That's my bad. Let's try this again. It still doesn't work. Oh, just because this is not supposed to be 10. This is supposed to be n. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, that's a good call though. Let's fix that. We search for, in this doc, search for 10 and replace it with n. Please. No. Yes. Okay. I think this one works fine. So I'll do that in here. Then we do this. I don't want to do it for 10 though. Let's do it for a number less. Oh, I forgot to put the thingy. N equals input. Int input. Let's do it for meow 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 meow. Factors are 4. We'll do it again. We'll do that. So if n is 4, I in range 1 to 5. If 4 divided by or modulo 1 is 0, print 1 times 4 floor division 1, which is 4, equals 4. And then 2. If 4 modulo 2 is 0, then print 2 times 4 floor division 2 would just be 2, equals 4. And then 3 as a remainder, and then 4 would just be 4. 4 times 1 equals 4. I'm pretty sure. Right? 4. Yeah. 1 times 4, 2 times 2, 4 times. This is good. This is really good. Ah! I'm stuck. Help me! Okay. This goes here, and this goes here, and this goes here, and then we close this. Actually, we don't need a line. I think we're actually done. Oh, this here is the same thing. But yeah, this is for today. Oh, how nice. Oh, easy. How nice. Okay, but I need to fix that. There's an extra space in there for no reason. Or do I? No, no space. Up. Where was that? It was under square census. Down, up, up. Skipping right here. Okay. Okay, we're done with C. But we can't go on to 8 because I didn't do A. So let's go back to strings. See. We write it and then we open. Actually, E? How do I do this again? Can I go back once and then go into 07A and then do 07A notes? Does that work? I don't know, let's try. Let's just try. This will be 7A strings. See what the chat has to say. Horrible code. Okay, you're mean. I kill you. By add as moderator. Oh hell no! I'm gonna ban you. PTPV Ken shoes. I can't read your name. You're banned, asshole. You're fucking banned. I cursed. Okay, let's go. What programs do you run to make the web pages update? It's called Markdown Preview. You could, it's a Vim plugin. Ha 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 ha. Ah 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 ah. I wouldn't even say sometimes. I would say like the way our brains work. You know, I would say often, usually, most of the time. You have to do things more than once to truly know them. I think knowing and being familiar are two separate matters. Okay, I want to do 15 more minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, why is did I start my timer late? I think my stream is actually over now-ish. Hi, Rossi, how are you? Stream is technically over. I was only gonna do 2 hours. I'll do a little bit. I'll do a little bit and then I stop. So far, we've been using string items. Okay, I actually don't want to do anymore. But what I want to do actually is let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Um, 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 let's do the thing we did yesterday. I just want to practice using Git more often. I just want to practice. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to vim it. I meant to go into it. Let's go to learn, and then we do Git status. It should be the same. So now what I want to do is, if I copy some files from somewhere else to here, will it just override it if it has the same name? Let's find out. Copy recursively. I remember that from yesterday. From practice Waterloo to notes. Okay, Git status. Did that change anything? That is not exactly what I wanted to do, actually. That is not exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted I wanted the contents of Waterloo. How do I do that? Do it again. Two. Also doesn't do what I wanted to do. What if? Hmm. Maybe it's because I already have a folder called Notes. Okay. Well, that does something. Modified Note 7B. Untracked files 7A, 7C. Use git add to update what will be committed. Use git restore to discard. Meow 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 meow. I also think that I'm going to abandon. How come I think I'm going to abandon, what is it called? Conventional commits. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I should make up my mind though. The last note screwed you over. Oh, got it. I see. Okay. I'll try that tomorrow, Machi. You could use globs to copy contents of the folder instead of the folder itself. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I don't want you giving me homework assignments. So I'm gonna start with what I have, and then I'll work from there. Commits are communication with yourself. No, they're not. Right now, it's with myself, but who knows? In the future, I might get a friend, or I might get one little buddy on here that wants to help or wants to join. Whatever. I don't feel like arguing with chat anymore. I'm done with this. Have a good day, everyone. See you guys tomorrow. I do like homework. Can I be honest, Marion Noduro? Yes, I can. I love homework. I will accept homework assignments. But I don't want homework assignments from people who I do not know and do not trust. So if there's a reason, if I find some reason why I think I should, why I should trust you and trust your advice and your guidance, then I'll accept the homework assignment. But until then,